Question number 8, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Education. Does she agree with Te Ururoa Flavell when he said, unlike national standards in mainstream schooling, Whanaketanga has been trialled and has a direct connection to the curriculum? And if not, why not?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, no, because national standards also have a direct connection to the curriculum.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Is that connection a linear connection?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, well, I just happened to have with me here in the House a chart that shows very clearly in reading, writing and maths the level of the standards, and underneath them all where they are connected to the curriculum. And if the member asking the question is interested, I'm happy to forward him a copy.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Question. Does she agree with Te Ururoa Flavell when he said, quote, "The government bureaucracy must never think they know more about our communities, and I commend them for reaching out to Māori, for giving them a real say in the future education of their children"? And if so, why does she think she knows more than teachers and parents in the Pākehā communities who have been raising concerns about national standards? Or is that just one of the things that happens for Māori?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, I agree totally with Te Ururoa Flavell when he says in his press release that whānau, hāpū and iwi have worked so hard for so long to build an entire kaupapa Māori education system from scratch, one that reflects their worldview and tikanga and ensures their language and culture are maintained by future generations. And Mr Speaker, I also agree with him that the community should have a say in the education of their children, and that's why it's so important that national standards will deliver good information to parents on the progress that their children are making in reading, writing and maths, so that they can ensure that their children are not only getting a good education from the schools, but that they can be a part of it and help too.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Will the Minister explain in plain English what her writing standards mean when it says that at the end of Year 7 a student will plan effectively by using mind mapping in addition to other planning strategies, and uses her information literacy skills to find and make use of relevant information for her writing purpose? What does that mean in plain English?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, I am not a teacher in a classroom. As Minister, I am not required to deliver the curriculum to children in a classroom. But I do have a responsibility to ensure that teachers have the resources and the support in order to deliver the New Zealand curriculum to schools. So it is my responsibility to make sure that teachers have good the information and the resources that they need to deliver exactly that in relation to the curriculum.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Why then, or how then, can a parent be expected to understand what a standard means if the Minister says she doesn't have to herself?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, I refer the member again to this very good wall chart, and with each one of these years goes a booklet that has in very good, clear language for parents exactly what the expectations are. If they are not in language that the parents can understand, the most important part is the conversation that happens between the teacher and the parents. And national standards are about creating good information that is shared by schools and home.
Louise Upston.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. What feedback has the Minister received about national standards in mainstream schooling?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, following last week's reported boycott by boards of trustees, fostered by the Labour Party and unions, many upset parents have emailed me about national standards. One said, quote, This country really does need to have those national standards. Please put these standards in place and let them be implemented. And another parent wrote to me and summed up the situation, quote, "Thousands of Kiwi parents simply want to know where our kids stack up, and this government is absolutely committed to making sure that parents have that information."
The Honourable Trevor Mallard. Order. The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Is it still her intention to dismiss boards who do not fully implement national standards?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Well, Mr Speaker, that has never been my intention. In fact, the papers that have been taken through to Cabinet, and that member has in his possession, because I've released them to him, show that we have in place a very good process of working with schools that are having difficulty implementing the standards, making sure that they have the support that they need, that they are assisted by the ministry, that they get professional development for their teachers wherever it is needed.
Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
I might get myself into trouble here, sir, but the minister
Order.
did tell Catherine Ryan on the radio very clearly that it was her intention to dismiss boards. I don't think she can just deny the fact.
No, order. That is not a point of order, and the member knows that. He shouldn't do that. There's other ways of pursuing a concern about an answer, but not that way. Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Can you outline whether that involves a change in your policy of not... You've had a policy when we've complained on breach of privileges for the errors that ministers have made in the past, that we can't take one when they get it wrong again?
Order. The member listened to the minister's answer very carefully, and what the member can do is, obviously, with his information where he believes the minister indicated a different course of action to be taken, the member can then question the minister even more tightly, to pin the minister down more tightly, to come back to the member's exact point of order is primary questions are a matter of some formality in this House, and so ministers do need to be very careful how they answer primary questions. They should be careful how they answer any question, but it's difficult for a minister to be absolutely accurate every supplementary question, but a primary question they must, and so the opportunity exists for the member to pin the minister down more tightly on the matter. Question number 9, the Honourable Rodney Hyde.